Welcome to my channel, Oracle Intuitions. My name is Catherine, and this is your weekly reading for September 15th to the 23rd. We're taking a look into the mind, body, and spirit, as well as the energy for relationships with a closing message from the universe. All of the timelines for each sign are going to be below in the description box, as well as links to the cards I'm using and my website, my Facebook, and Instagram page for those of you seeking a personal reading, or if you'd like to inquire about the organites that you do see in my videos, as they are all made by me. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone. I do recommend checking out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs as well. Some people have told me that the readings that you did for this week really resonated with me from last week. Or I may hear, that reading that you did a couple weeks ago actually really came true a couple weeks later. So take the energy as it is. Remember that I am reading for the collective, and I love hearing your comments. Please, by all means, leave comments below in the description box. That really makes me happy. You can message me personally. Let me know if the readings have resonated with you. Please click like. Please share my videos. Please subscribe to my channel, because that actually, what happens when you subscribe is it actually pushes each channel up a little higher, so that more people can see it, and it really supports those that are making these videos for you. So thank you so much. Again, I truly appreciate your support. It has meant so much to me. Have an amazing week, everyone. Take care. Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading for September 15th to the 23rd. We're taking a look into the energy for the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone, but also check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs as well. So let's get into it, Capricorn, and see what is happening for you this week. Right. And one more. I am not having good luck shuffling these cards today. I'm going to try that one more time. Okay, there we go. So for the mind, we have strength. For the body, we have magic prayer. For the soul, we have slow and steady. Okay. I really honestly, looking at these cards, I think they kind of speak for themselves. So what I'm getting here is I do feel that externally, like within the body, okay, so when we talk about external, this means circumstances around us. You might be actually making some sort of prayer towards something that you're trying to bring in, some sort of manifestation, whether this is more money, whether this is a relationship. Take it as it resonates for you. Maybe it's a new job or an advancement within your job. What I'm getting here is it feels as though with this strength, because this is in the mindset, I do feel that there are times, what I'm hearing is there are times where you're feeling like things just aren't moving fast enough, or that you're not seeing the progress at this time. It feels like you just keep sending out these prayers, or you keep working towards this goal. But this strength card coming in is really saying, like, hold fast, keep going, keep moving forward. But I do feel that for some of you, you might be feeling a bit of a disappointment. It's almost as though you're not seeing the things manifest. You're not, you're not receiving what it is that you're praying for. What I'm getting from spirit is this slow and steady. So it does feel that for some of you, you might be trying to accomplish a goal in now when I say too quick of a period, okay, this doesn't mean that manifestations can't happen quickly, because they can. But I do feel that perhaps for some of you, what you're aiming for may require a little bit more practice on skill. It may require, some sort of perhaps business course. It may require, a different set of people skills, like something that you may need to learn. And that doesn't mean, of course, that your people skills are off, but it might be that, there might be a lesson coming through here that is going to help move you forward. And I do feel that this is the reason why things may not be particularly manifesting at this time. But what I am getting is that they are being manifested behind the scenes. Things are coming together. There just might be some more lessons that need to come through, or again, some sort of pieces that are being put together towards a puzzle of some sort. Now, when I say that, depending on what we're asking for, if we look at the universe as sort of puzzle or puzzle pieces, right, that the universe has to put together in order to create the picture on the puzzle box of what it is that you're envisioning. Is this a puzzle that is only like 4 pieces, or is it a puzzle that's requiring thousands of pieces? Okay, if it's a bigger puzzle, if it's something that you're trying to manifest that may have a lot of pieces to it, you have to allow that time for it to be manifested in order for the universe to put all of those pieces together. So for instance, and just as an example, if you're saying, well, I want to become CEO of a company, okay, what can happen is there's a lot of pieces that need to be moved around in order to create that manifestation. And at the same time, we have to remember that, others have prayers too, right? And so it's not that your prayers are being overlooked. It's just that who is in, let's say, a CEO position at this time may have been manifesting another position somewhere else. And so all of these pieces have to make some sort of movement. So what I'm getting here is that there needs to be a slow and steady pace towards what it is that you're developing. What I'm also getting here too is staying in that mindset of strength. Remembering that pieces are coming together, having the faith, having the trust in the universe that things are coming together, that those pieces of that puzzle are being formed. I do feel that for some of you, there may be, disappointments at times where you kind of go in your mind space where you're getting disappointed and you're taking a couple of steps back, and you may have to deal with some sort of frustration, maybe even depression in some way, because you're not seeing these prayers being created for you. What I'm getting though from, again, universe, is that things are coming together. It just might take a little bit of time depending on what it is that you're manifesting. If it is something that you're sitting there and you're going, well, no, this is actually really simple. I just need some help towards it. Again, I do feel that faith, that trust, that understanding that things are happening. And I feel like Spirit is asking you, stay in that sense of strength. Stay in that sense of faith, okay? Allow us to create this. Please stop doubting us, is what I'm getting. Your prayers are coming. They just there has to be a cycle. There has to be a creation of these prayers in order for them to come together, okay? And what I mean by that is a creation of all the pieces that need to be manifested in order to create the full picture of what it is that you're asking for. I do feel that for some of you, you've seen little pieces come together, and you're like, oh, okay, well, I've seen this, so when is the big picture coming? And again, have the faith, because sometimes just those little pieces are the synchronicity showing you that your bigger prayer is coming together. So try not to get frustrated if it's just a smaller piece at this time. It's like, have that gratitude, have that, be grateful for the fact of, that you're being shown the synchronicities towards what it is that you're desiring. Okay, so let's get some clarification cards and see what Spirit has to say. Okay, clarification. So for strength, yeah, we've got the Emperor. It's like, stay strong. The Emperor is a very determined person, right? The Emperor has a lot of strength. He's very determined. He is he's like dominating over the mind, and that's what I feel Spirit is asking you to do. It's like, take strength, take domination over your mind, and recognize that you need to continue with your vision. Don't let yourself get disappointed. Don't allow yourself to get into a place of negativity. Try to remain in that sense of strength. Yeah, 9 of Coins. Here's what I'm getting. It's interesting because that 9 of Coins, I do feel that for some of you, there's some sort of individual project. And what I mean by that is I feel that this is a benefit towards yourself. Now, this could be an advancement of money of some sort, a creation of money. It could be, like I said, a creation of a business, a career. For some of you, it is going to be romantic in some way. But what I'm getting for the collective, okay, is some sort of Strength towards yourself as an individual, whether that involves other people or not. It's almost like rising above and becoming strong within yourself, especially with that Nine of Coins. It's a very individual card, but it's also a card of strength and confidence. It's about, individual prosperity. It's about abundance. Okay. And this is what I'm getting. It doesn't mean that you're not going to share it with anyone or anything like that, but it's saying that you're wanting to have that strength within you as an individual in order to do what it is that you need to do, possibly for the collective. And we have the Chariot, slow and steady, like it says, slow and steady. Keep going, charging ahead. Keep on your path, right? You're the one that has control of the reins. You really have control as to where your mind is heading. So if your mind starts veering off into a more negative place, turn those reins around. Start, taking a look. Why is it? Okay, now it's interesting because we have the Chariot coming in with the base chakra, right? The root chakra. And that indicates security, feeling confident. It's a matter of safety. So there may be something within your manifestation, or even within you receiving a manifestation of some sort, that your first thought is, well, things haven't happened in the past, or I haven't felt safe in manifesting, or when I've tried to manifest, things haven't turned out the way. Like, it's almost like it's hitting against your safety or your security, your personal safety and security in some way. There's doubts towards that. So you may want to go in and clear off some of that within that base chakra, within that root chakra, okay? And you might want to look, what jeopardizes my safety? What jeopardizes, like, why do I go into a negative mindset? What things from the past have happened that are bringing me into a more negative mindset, where I'm losing some of my faith, where I'm losing some of my trust? Because once we clear those out, we no longer have those fears of whatever it is coming back at us. And it allows us a straight path. It allows us a clear path forward into what it is that we are trying to bring in. All right. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Four of Coins. And we have the World. I feel like I'm actually picking up here. I do feel that there is a sense here. I do feel that for some of you, you might be, going back to this Nine of Pentacles, this sense of individuality. I do want you to take a look at what it is that you're trying to bring forth. And is there an element, and now when I say this, I'm sure you'll understand of what it is that I'm talking about, but it may come off a little harsh, at first, but I think you'll understand. Is there an element within your manifestation that denotes a sense of some sort of selfishness, okay, or not for the betterment of others around you as well as yourself? Now, one of the things about manifestation, okay, is that we're not only looking for ourselves, and it doesn't mean like, oh, if I ask for a car, I have to share it with everyone. No, it doesn't mean that. It basically means, okay, why would you want a car? Well, I want to be able to get places faster. I want to be able to, have a better car for my children, a more safe car. I want to have a safer car for my family, my friends. I want to, you know what I mean? Like, so you're not only asking for yourself, but you are to some degree asking for the collective as well. I want to be able to be safer on the streets so that I'm also protecting others. But we're bringing in also a sense of ourselves. Okay, yeah, I want the car because it's a cool car and I think I'm gonna look great in it. That's okay. That's okay to have that sense of selfishness about it. But what I'm getting is sometimes what we do is we do have a sense of guilt when we are asking for things, all right, just for ourselves. So I do feel that with that Seven of Swords coming in and that Four of Coins, it almost feels like for some of you, it's like you're trying to manifest, but you're also putting an element of guilt in there. It's almost like, do I deserve this? Is this going to help everybody around? And it's almost like, yeah, you know, it's good to have that, obviously, because it does help manifestation. But here's the thing, even if you can bring a little bit of that element towards it, where it helps relieve possibly some sort of old generational energy, you know, if we grow up, you know, hearing, well, people that are rich are selfish, right? Or people that are rich are globalists, or people that are rich are this or that. It is going to bring us into a mindset where we're feeling that we don't deserve something. You know, if I'm a good person, you know, it's like that song, Only the Good Die Young, right? And then you're like, well, I'm scared to be good because, you know, I actually want to live a long, healthy life. Does that make sense? Like, I hope I hope you understand that. So what I'm getting here is you've got to take, again, a look at that root chakra and figure out, where is it that if you're manifesting something, what is it that you have to release from that root chakra? And again, you know, if you really need to, you can bring in that element for the collective, the betterment of all, you know, the betterment for all. Absolutely. You know, and in fact, you know, that is part of our own karma, right? But here's the thing, is if you're sitting there and you're in a state of guilt about trying to manifest something for the betterment of yourself, you're actually taking away from that manifestation as well. We do have to have some sort of sense of, and again, you know, if, like, don't take the word selfish in a bad way. It's like taking care of ourselves, all right? Why do you not deserve something? Of course you deserve it. All right. And again, go back into that root chakra, end the cycle of what it is that you may be hanging on to that is bringing some sort of sense of guilt. Or for some of you, you may feel, well, if I get this, I might be taking away from somebody else. And it doesn't work like that. Manifestation doesn't work like that. The universe doesn't work like that. There's enough abundance within this universe for absolutely every single person on earth. Okay. So you're not taking away from somebody unless you're doing something that is, you know, truly underhanded. Okay. But here's the thing, is manifesting a desire for yourself. It is not going to be a selfish thing. Now, let's say you're asking for, you know, again, let's go back to that CEO of a company. Okay, and you're saying, I want to become the CEO. But then there's that manifestation, there's that thought behind it, is saying, well, what would happen to the old CEO? Oh my God, you know, am I going to get somebody kicked out of their job? What about everybody around him, above him, all of this stuff? So then you start really worrying about what is being created around your manifestation, which really takes away from that manifestation. Okay, it takes away from, it doesn't allow that puzzle to be completely created, because now you've got all of this guilt around somebody. It doesn't mean not to have concern about what would happen. But here's the thing, is sometimes we don't know what that other person is truly desiring. Okay, so when we're going ahead, we have to remember that the universe is also working for them, and it's working for you, and it's working for people around you, and it's working for the betterment of the collective of mankind in some manner. All right, for those who the universe feels is worthy. Now, when I say that, again, you know, that comes back to karma, right? So I know this sounds a little long and a little complicated, but here's the thing. If somebody is doing something, truly doing something in this sneaky type of manner, karma takes care of that. Okay, so you don't have to worry. You just continue going towards what it is that you're trying to manifest. Let the universe take care of those little pieces. Okay, you're not taking away from somebody. You're not taking away from the collective. You're not taking away from anything, because the universe will sort that out. If this person, let's say the CEO, is a really great person, you know, whatever it is, and you're worried about, look, I really want to be the CEO of this company, but I really like this other one, and I don't want anything bad to happen to him. Don't worry about that. That's not going to happen. All right. Something better might come along for that CEO. chances are the universe already has something in place for that person to send them to somewhere else. Maybe something that they've been trying to manifest. Maybe they're looking at another job. Maybe they're looking at retiring. Who knows? You don't know. It's not your business. Let the universe sort it out. Let God sort it out. Leave it in the hands of God. God's not cruel, right? So he's not going to just kick somebody out of something to give it to you because you've asked for it. There's going to be a lot of pieces. And that, again, is why something can sometimes take some time, because God is working all of those pieces all at once. And miracles do happen, but I do feel you need to let go of the cycle in some way, that you're not allowing, your own possible dreams to come through, because you might have some sort of, feeling of a loss of safety or security. So I hope that that makes sense to you. But then we've also got the Magician. So again, you've got the tools. The universe is saying, look, we are manifesting. It is just going to be maybe slow and steady, especially with that Magician coming through. He's got all the tools that he needs. You have all the tools that you need. Things are happening, but it's like, again, pieces need to come together. Things need to unfold in their divine timing. All right. But we have to have that faith. When the magician casts a spell, when the magician is, doing a magic trick, whatever it is, he's not sitting there going, oh, maybe I should worry about this, or how does this feel, or what is that feeling? He does his magic. He creates his desire. He creates his manifestation, and it develops. Okay. And he leaves it up to the universe, because he has that faith and that trust to know that this is going to appear for him. Right. And that's exactly what that Magician is about. Slow and steady, but it's developing. Look at that. Again, we've got that strength. So I do feel that that strength card is really coming through for that reason. It is really telling you, look at, just have that strength, have that faith, have that strength within yourself. And it's also saying, look at, again, you're a powerful manifester. You have the strength to do it. Okay. And we have the 10 of Coins. And this really talks about, not only does it talk about abundance, okay, but it also talks about sometimes, again, to do with generational. All right. It can talk about inheritance. Maybe you're trying to manifest something that is going to be of an inheritance for, your children, or for the future, or it's basically a long-term security of some sort. But that 10 of Coins coming through can also have something to do, again, with that base chakra, that roots and security. You might be in a place where you're looking, perhaps at your parents. Maybe they weren't secure growing up, or maybe there was that, sense of security, and you're like, well, can I keep up with them? Or that loss of security. It's like, well, my parents couldn't do it. How do I do it? I feel like you need to go and look at that base chakra again. Okay. Take a look at what possibly within your side of yourself could be threatening, your safety and security as you're trying to create your manifestation. And remember that this is all things that you no longer need. You no longer need to hang on to those feelings that are within this. You can release them in order to step forward into this abundance of what it is that you're trying to create. So let's take a look at relationships and see what is coming through for relationships at this time. Okay. Relationships for Capricorn for September 15th to the 23rd. Helpless and hopeless. We have move. And we have opportunity beckons. It's funny that we're looking at these, that these cards pulled up, because again, what I'm feeling is that there may be some sort of sense of helpless and hopeless within some sort of relationship. Now, relationships don't need to be romantic. They can be friends, family, co-workers. They can be within yourself. What I'm getting here is that this opportunity beckons coming through, with that movement card. I feel like for some of you, you may feel like you might miss that opportunity. Okay. I do feel that sense of helpless and hopelessness, but I don't feel that that is an actual reality, if that makes any sense. I do feel that this could be an element within the side of yourself. Technically, this would be the Eight of Cups. So what, within traditional tarot. So what I'm getting here is that you're moving away. It's time to move away from things that don't serve you. And again, I kept picking up on that base chakra. All right. It feels like you need to release whatever it is that you're hanging on to in order to allow the movement of the heart to come through this heart chakra. Now, when we're looking at this, okay, what I'm getting here is, it's like, I feel like something is on a cusp, okay? Something is on the cusp of being created. This opportunity coming through is what I'm receiving here. I feel like for some of you, there is either going to be an advancement within a relationship. It feels like a deepening connection within a relationship. For some of you that are seeking a relationship in some way, that is going to present itself as well. Again, I am feeling that you need to let go of things that aren't serving you. Now, we're going to take a little bit of a clarifying look into what that could possibly be. But what I'm getting here is this even could be, I feel it's just a mindset. It's like letting go of a mindset, letting go of a fear of something. You might have, there might be fears about having deeper commitments. Okay. And again, I kept feeling like generational of some sort. This could be some sort of past thing, past life, past within your own life, maybe perhaps generational, from within our families. But it feels like you need to let go of that in order to allow yourself a deeper commitment, not only within yourself, but possibly a partner. And I do feel that once that shift happens, there is a movement, whether this is a person of interest or whether you're seeking a relationship or wanting to deepen a connection in some way. What I'm getting here is that opportunity is going to come through as soon as you allow yourself to release, to take a step forward. Look, it's like you're leaving behind that helpless and hopelessness feeling, right? And moving forward. You're moving forward to release that in order to receive this. So let's take a look at some clarifying cards and see what is coming through. It's like you're just this way. You're like this far away from receiving what it is that you want. But I do feel that element of like, I don't know if things are going to happen. I don't know if I can do this. I may have done this in the past, or I'm looking at, family and they weren't very successful in this, or I don't want to get trapped in this type of relationship. Whatever it is, it just feels like you have to move past those fears, what it is that is holding you back, what is holding back your sense of safety, what is holding back your sense of security. All right, we have the Star. Yeah, here's the thing, when that Star comes through, this is a very positive card. It does talk about hope. All right, which is interesting because you're moving away from the element of being hopeless and helpless into that element of having that safety, security, that hope, and that faith, and that trust, that potential of things absolutely coming true. You can see, again, that heart coming forward. It's like she's opening her heart, leaving this behind and moving forward. We have the Three of Swords. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. There's some sort of sense of disappointment. There's something that really held you back. This Three of Swords energy. It feels like that's what you need to move. You need to move that away. You need to get past it in some manner, in order to bring you know, through the new. It's like having faith, having trust that things are going to move in a more positive fashion for you. When that Three of Swords comes in, it talks about disappointment. It talks about heartbreak, right? And what I'm getting here is heartbreak or helplessness from the past. And again, moving forward, moving past this in order to receive this new opportunity that's coming through. And we've got the Seven of Wands. Yeah, it does put you in a state of defensiveness, okay? You might be trying to defend what it is that you've earned. It might be maybe you feel like you have to compete in some way. All right, that Seven of Wands can be a card of competition, defensiveness, right? But what it can also mean is that you have fought the battles and you've overcome a lot of the issues that were presented towards you, okay? Yes, you may have been in a state of heartbreak at one time. Yes, you may have had, you know, generational issues. Yes, you may have had this happen or that happen. But here's the thing, is if you're watching this video or even, you know, like you fought those battles, you've won, right? In some manner, you have won. You have been able to stand tall. You've been able to fight off the things that, yes, they did come at you. Maybe there was a sense of being heartbroken. Maybe there was that sense of, you know, whatever it was that brought you into that place of feeling helpless and hopeless. But here's the thing. You won that battle, right? You're standing tall. You fought off that competition. You fought off whatever it was that makes you stronger. And that because of that, it's like you have to reward yourself for those battles. You have to reward yourself in some way by releasing those old fears, those old lack of security, that lack of safety. All right, you're strong within yourself is what the universe is telling you. And what I'm getting here is allow yourself. Again, opportunity beckons with this Star card. These are both heart energies, very strong heart energies, and they are coming forward in order to create some sort of movement towards a betterment of a relationship, or bringing a relationship through, okay? Or even changing a relationship. And again, friends, family, co-workers, within yourself, can be romantic. Take it as it resonates with you at this time. All right? So allow yourself throughout this week to release. Really take a look at the things that may have been holding you back and allow them to drop away. Allow yourself to release them. There's a lot of heavy energies right now, right? Because we are in a Mars retrograde. And this is actually the perfect time, because this is where things are really coming to the surface right now. There's a lot of heavy energy, you know, globally, and this can really bring up old issues. So if this is something that you're struggling with this week, remember that the things that are popping up, the things that might be trying, or it appears that they're trying to put you into a negative place, are really just your guides or angels bringing them to the surface in order for you to release them. So I feel like you need to get into that flow, that movement that we had. All right. So we're going to take a look and see what the universe has for us at this time. The final message from the universe. See what the universe has for us. Yeah. Learn from spiritual experiences. We have to remember that the things that were brought to us were meant to help us. They were meant for some sort of lesson. They were an experience for us to surpass in order to bring us stronger, make us stronger. Again, we had those two strength cards coming through. It was to give you strength. Okay, that Seven of Wands, you fought those battles, right? It gave you that strength to move forward, to help you release and help you become closer to what it is that you're desiring. We have the spring, see your seeds grow. Yeah, it's time to start planting those seeds. I do feel this is also really a card telling you, again, you know, learning from those spiritual experiences is going to help you with those manifestations. Again, release what it is that you're hanging on to. Okay? Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information, and that's exactly what I'm feeling. Not only for some of you, you may receive some sort of healing information as we go throughout the week. You might even just see something that's like that really resonates with you, that really brings you to a place of, okay, I can release this, I can do this. This could be a new meditation, you know, who knows, it could be a song, it could be something that somebody just says in passing. Take it as it resonates with you. But what I'm getting here is allow yourself to be open, and even those feelings that are trying to come up to the surface are coming up for the releasing of them, not to hang on to them, not to be horrible reminders of anything. They're there for you to release and really work through them this week. So I hope that's helped, Capricorn. If this reading has resonated with you, please click like, please share, and please subscribe to my channel. And have an amazing week. Take care. Many blessings. Virgo, welcome to your weekly reading for September 15th to the 23rd. We're taking a look into the energies for the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings. They may not resonate with everyone, but I also recommend that you do check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs also. All right, so let's take a look, see what's coming in for you this week. All right, Virgo, here we go. Compass. Beautiful card. Education. And Mountain. Oh my God. Okay, these are beautiful cards. So with that Mountain, basically what Spirit is saying is that you have two choices. Okay, when you approach a mountain or an obstacle in some way, are you going to climb the mountain, which could have a lot of obstacles? Now, each obstacle is going to be a learning lesson, obviously, but you also have another choice, and that is to go around the mountain or to go through the mountain. And again, here's that guiding light that's heading towards that tunnel. So if you were to head in that tunnel and go through, you would see that guiding light. Some people prefer to just climb that mountain, and I feel like Spirit is giving you that choice. But here's the interesting thing. We also have this compass coming through, okay? So it's like you're being guided to go through that mountain. Even though it may be a little bit darker, it may seem a little bit more like once you reach that tunnel, you may not see that light right away, okay? And that can be scary, but you've got that compass. It feels like time to head into possibly a dark place in order to receive some more information, but you are going to be guided throughout this journey. Now, externally, with this education coming through, this could be that you're either about to learn lessons, or perhaps that you're guiding somebody throughout these lessons. Now, I'm getting two things coming through here. I do feel that for some of you, this is a time to maybe perhaps head into a darker place within yourself. Allow yourself. Now, that doesn't mean to get into a state of depression. It doesn't mean to, to wallow in something that is dark. Basically, what it's saying is to go deep down inside and clear what you need to clear, because you're going to be guided. You have this compass. This is going to be an educational lesson for you. It's like there's more things that you need to learn. There's more things that are coming in that are going to be guidance for you throughout, for things that are coming up, okay, in the future. And that's really what I'm getting. It feels like for some of you too, that you may have been guided to help others with some sort of sense of education. And this could be just helping somebody, maybe, being a guidance of some sort, okay? This doesn't need to be big and life changing for you, but it could possibly be for someone else. Or it also could be an opportunity to really help somebody because you're being guided towards them. Okay, this is what I'm getting. I do feel that for some of you though, the stronger thing that is coming through is that you do need to head into some sense of darkness within yourself. Now, this could be releasing, old past hurts, past things that kind of kept you down. It could be generational. Take it as it resonates. But I do feel that this is an education that needs to come through. It feels like you need to release those. It's like you have that faith to learn. all right? That faith to head through that mountain and receive the ultimate guidance. It's like this divine light is coming through to guide you, all right? This is what I keep getting. I do feel that for some of you as well, and this could actually collaborate, like, you know, be a collaboration of some way. It also feels that for some of you, there may be somebody within that path as you're going through this guidance of your own. There may be somebody within your past that you need to help and guide them as well. And this could possibly be, I don't want to say particularly a test from the universe, but it is sort of a test from the universe, okay? It's like sometimes when we're going across our own education, when we're learning things from, you know, about ourselves or about our new path or what it is that we're moving towards, sometimes the universe will put somebody who has a similar, it doesn't need to be exact, but a similar circumstance in front of us. And it's like, are you going to help? Or are you going to walk away, right? Sometimes, I mean, this could even just be something very, you know, very small. It doesn't need to be exact, again, your exact circumstance. This could be, you know, do you need to help an old lady across the street? What is it? Like sometimes basically what the universe is doing is putting things in our path that are sort of tests. So as we're going towards our own divine guidance, okay, the universe will put something in there to, it's like, are you the type of person, and again, this isn't, you know, any personal attack or anything like that. This is literally just an example, all right? Maybe you're the type of person who's always paying attention to their phone as they're walking across the street, or, you know, you're in your own mind, or you're not really paying attention to things around, and there's an old lady in front of you who needs help across the street. Are you going to stop and help? Or do you keep going? Okay, so it's little things like that. If you stop and help, maybe that person has information to share with you. All right, we're all connected, and this is what I keep getting. It's like the education is going to come through in maybe mysterious ways, maybe in ways that you didn't expect. But I feel that for some of you, as you're going through this, there's going to be those it's like little tests that are set up, you know, for you to take aware of, like for you to be aware of, for you to take notice of, and to see, are you ready for that next step? Okay, now this doesn't mean that you need to stop and help every stray dog or anything like that, but you will feel that guidance. If you're hearing, look up, or maybe you get that feeling, I got to look up, or I got to pay attention to this, or you see something that just stands out, or you see something that appears like extra shiny, you know, maybe that's something to take notice of. But also, it's also about trusting yourself. So if you see something and you're being drawn to it, what are you hearing inside of yourself? Because trusting your own instincts, trusting your inner guidance is also going to be part of that education towards moving towards something higher, towards something of that more like that divine guidance. Okay, you know, as you approach it, listen to what your intuition is saying. Is it saying help this person? Is it saying, you know, this person might need to hear something? Sometimes, you know, we'll just hear phrases in our head, or sometimes we'll just hear things and we feel that we have to share them. Don't hold yourself back. Okay, this is what I'm getting. Don't hold yourself back. Don't be in a place where you're like, oh, I don't know if I should say that because that might sound nuts, or maybe this person won't accept that in the way that I'm presenting it. It's like, if you're hearing it, speak it. If you're hearing it, do it. If you're hearing it, trust yourself, trust your instinct, really listen to what is going on inside. If it's saying stop, stop. Okay, you know, if you're hearing, you know, don't go further, then listen to that and don't go further. Okay, this is, I feel like, the next step towards something within your own spiritual evolution, your own spiritual ascension in some way. It's something that is going to is coming through to help you with your own manifestations, with your own desires. But I feel that listening to your own instincts is going to be crucial during this time. Okay. So let's get some clarification cards and see what is coming through. All right. Yeah, Princess of Cups. So this is like the beginning stages. What I'm getting here with this Princess of Cups is opening up your heart energy. It's like the beginning. And I feel that these things that are going to, maybe appear as like obstacles, or maybe where you have to help people, or maybe you just have to listen to your inner guidance. It's opening up that heart chakra. It's like the beginning of allowing your heart chakra to listen to its own inner guidance, is what I'm receiving. We also have the Queen of Coins. Yeah, see, I talked about some nurturing. That Queen of Coins, she's very nurturing. She's very confident, but she listens to her own instincts. It's like she doesn't need... she's in a place of faith and trust, okay? And one of the reasons that she's in that place of faith and trust and abundance is simply because of the fact that she has that confidence within inside of her, that security within inside of her. And I feel like this is going to be imperative throughout the next little while. It feels like some lessons are coming in, but again, having that confidence and knowing that you're safe and secure because you're listening to your own inner self is going to bring about a sense of abundance. And we have the Emperor. So he's very, the Emperor himself represents a lot of strength. This also could have to do. Another thing that I'm receiving here is balancing your masculine and your feminine energy within inside of yourself. So whether you're feminine or female or male, but it doesn't matter. And what I'm getting here is that there needs to be a balance coming through, because we've also got that Page of Cups energy. It feels like opening up yourself to some sort of, the masculine, it can have a sense of strength about it, but it's sometimes more of a physical strength. It can be that that confidence that Emperor has. Okay, we have that Queen of Coins coming through. Again, a very confident energy, but in the feminine in more of the feminine energy. Doesn't mean that you again have to be female, but it's a balance. Both of them are very strong individuals. Okay, they're both very strong, they're very secure, they're very confident within themselves. And I feel like this is also talking about a balance between the two. A balance between the two. So if you're an individual who doesn't have a confidence in some manner, it's like it's whether it's the feminine energy or the masculine energy, do you need people to help you? Do you always feel like, you're either the helper or you're the one that needs help with stuff? Maybe it's time to balance those energies out. It feels like a very strong balancing of individual traits is what I'm getting. We've also got the Sun. Oh. The Three of Wands, beautiful energy. Yeah, you're on some sort of journey for sure. This is a very psychic journey too. This is a very intuitive psychic journey. And I feel like, okay, so we've got that Three of Wands coming through. So I feel like universe is showing you, look, here's your path. Okay, you can see that path in the future. There are some obstacles that you have to overcome. Okay, and again, I don't feel that they're anything massive or major or anything like that, but it's allowing yourself to trust your own inner guidance, especially with that Queen of Cups. She's very, intuitively strong. She opens up her heart space. She follows her own heart is what I'm getting. And I feel like with that Sun, again, it almost feels like a sign of guidance in some way. It's like, follow the path. We have you. We have your back. We're there for you. We're even guiding you by that Sun, like some sort of bright light. Like you'll know what it is that you're supposed to do because you may feel a warmth inside of you. You may feel like your heart chakra opening up, whatever it is. But I do feel like there is some sort of lesson coming through here that is going to bring you to a place where you have that sense of spiritual ascension. And again, bringing about, whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest or desire. But this might just be a spiritual evolution simply for yourself, because there's more things to come, more things where you might need that psychic intuitive coming through. Okay. The World card. We have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, it's time to let go of some old burdens here. And the Hermit. You might have to go inside of yourself. Remember this journey. Do you take the journey sometimes? Do you take the long route around even though you know that there's a shorter route? Okay. Are you the type of person that, and I feel like the Hermit is asking you to go inside of yourself and ask, are you the person that, even though you should be listening to your own advice, okay? Because we do receive those psychic intuitions. We do receive the information that it is that we need or desire that's going to help us along. And sometimes we tend to dismiss it, okay? And we tend to take the longer route around because we'll be like, well, I'm not going to listen to that. I'm not going to listen to this. Maybe you're a stubborn type of individual. Okay, maybe people, like I want to say like human angels have come to you and said, hey, look at, how about you head off in this path? And you're like, no, I'm going to go my way. Even though there might be something inside of you is saying, listen, follow the path. Okay. I feel like that is exactly what's happening. And I feel that for some of you, you've chosen, to climb that mountain instead of being guided by the universe, by God. Even though you are heading into the dark, towards some sort of sense of ascension, what you're doing is, if you climb on the outside of the mountain, well, you've got that beam of light, and so you think that you're heading towards it, even though it's really a tougher route. Right? Going through that darkness isn't always as tough as we think it is. What I do feel, though, is going through that darkness is going to end some cycles, some necessary cycles to relieve burdens that you've been carrying around, or possibly are preventing you from reaching a certain stage within your own ascension, or whatever it is that you're desiring or trying to bring through. So it's almost like I'm going to take this route on the outside. It might be a longer route, or maybe I'm just stubborn, or maybe, I'm seeing the light, so I think that I should go this way, even though everything inside of me, and I'm going to ignore these feelings that keep coming up, these cycles that keep, reappearing. Okay, instead of facing them, I'm taking a different route, and I feel like Spirit right now is telling you, head into that tunnel. Head into that tunnel. It may seem dark, but you have that compass, okay? You have that guidance. This is going to be some sort of education, allowing you to remove the burdens, to end the cycles, in order to reach this energy of that sun, where things are now being clear, are cleared, where they're appearing clearer, okay? That sun is one of the best cards in the tarot deck. It denotes pure happiness. Okay, rising above situations. You're getting the tools in order to learn this, but you do have to head into that tunnel, right? So I hope that's helped, but now we're going to take a look into relationships and see what is coming through for relationships at this time. So this is relationships for Virgo. Relationships for Virgo. Okay. Daydreams and decisions. Win or lose. Five of Swords energy. Yeah, I'm actually giving and receiving. Okay, remember how we talked about that giving and receiving, maybe perhaps listening, seeing what it is around that other people may need, that there may be obstacles possibly in your path. That win or lose card is coming through for a reason. So this may be coming through simply because now I don't want it to sound as harsh as possibly the card is coming through as, but again, take it as it resonates. If it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, okay, let it be. But what I am getting is that there have been elements where you're only looking perhaps how this would possibly benefit you in some manner. Okay. And again, I feel like maybe climbing that mountain instead of going through and going into the darkness might be the easier route. Okay. What I'm getting here is it does feel with that giving and receiving, it feels like not only do you have to be in that element of allowing and receiving information, but possibly being able to give, whether it's help or love or some sort of energy that is going to help others move forward too. And through that process, you're actually going to be receiving more information, things that are going to help you make better decisions within relationships in some way. I also feel that for some of you, you may have been caught in a situation in the past that you either gave too much or you may have received too much, okay? Because we've got this win or lose, right? Win or lose, give or take. And I do feel that there needs to be a balance coming through. And again, remember, I felt that there was that masculine and feminine energy of balancing. So the masculine energy, and again, I'm not calling men selfish or the male energy selfish, but they can be more individual thinking, whereas the feminine energy is more all-encompassing energy, okay? The feminine energy, it tends to be more, loving, giving, all of that. The masculine energy tends to be more receiving. So how do you need to balance that out in order, for relationships around you? Is that something that you need to look at in regards to relationships? I do feel that for some of you, this may have to do with some possible disappointments within relationships. But again, I do feel that it may have to do with, it feels like for some of you, whether you're in a relationship or whether there's a person of interest or whether you want something to come through, I do feel there needs to be a balancing of energies in order to really receive what it is that you're desiring, again, within that particular relationship or, just within possibly a future one. I'm also getting daydreams and decisions. So here's the interesting thing. I do feel that there needs to be a better vision towards what it is that you desire. Okay, it almost feels like Spirit wants you to sit in that hermit mode like we had, that hermit card coming through. Allow yourself to release these burdens that you may have been carrying from past, past relationships possibly, and allow yourself to envision, but make a decision of it exactly what it is that you want within either, again, your current relationship or a possible future one, or, one that you're trying to manifest at this time. And I do feel that there, again, needs to be that balance of the energies, okay? So take a look and see if you're only receiving. Take a look if you're only giving. How do you balance that out, okay? If the other energy, let's say you're in a relationship and you're the one that's only giving and the other one is only receiving, there may need to be some sort of decision made. There may need to be some sort of communication in regards to this and saying, look, this needs to be balanced out. And if that person isn't being agreeable, then you've got to look into yourself and say, look, do I need to release this burden? Okay, do I need to release this burden? Do I need to move past this? Do I need to let this burden go? Because this is not a balanced energy. This is not a balanced energy between the two of us. Both people need to have a fairly decent balance of that masculine and feminine energy. It doesn't mean that they need to both be completely balanced. But again, if one person is just giving and one person is just receiving, there is going to be an unbalance within those energies. So we have the Eight of Wands. Daydreams and decisions. Again, I do feel that it's time to have a clear vision of what it is that you desire moving forward within, whatever relationship it is. It doesn't need to be romantic. It can be friends, family, co-workers. Take it as it resonates. But what I am getting is that there needs to be a clear vision. There needs to be a clear decision. If you're flip-flopping back and forth, if you're, one day you're like, well, I want this, and then I don't want this. I do want this. I don't want this. That is going to be an unbalance. You need to have a clear vision of what it is that you want. You have to make a clear decision of what it is that you want within a particular relationship. And then those arrows have a straight path towards your manifestation, towards what it is that you're desiring in order to bring it completely to you. All right? Oh, I just dropped a card. We also had the Knight of Cups coming through. So the Knight of Cups is like, it's so interesting. I love this. That Eight of Wands, sometimes, they're sometimes called the Cupid's arrows. And they may be coming through. If you look at this, you've got this Knight of Cups. It's like these arrows are going through. Once you make a decision of exactly what it is that you want within a relationship, it's like those arrows are flying. And this Knight of Cups, they're flying towards right to that Knight of Cups so that he can feel them. He, she, doesn't matter. Again, take it as it resonates. Doesn't, it's the energy of that Knight of Cups. It's presenting an offer. Those arrows hit its target in order for somebody to present some sort of offer, that cup of love towards you in some manner. And we have the Ten of Coins. This is the card that dropped on the floor. And that is about abundance, right? It is about sense of security. It's about being balanced within yourself. I do feel it has that energy of that giving and receiving, right? When you're in that state of abundance within yourself. Now, this doesn't have to be, completely financially, but when you're in that state of balance and abundance, you can give without losing anything. You don't feel like you're losing anything. You feel like you're gaining because you're giving, but you can also receive because you don't feel like you're taking away from anyone. You don't feel that unbalance of energies, and that's exactly what I'm getting with this. So it's like, make a decision, okay? Allow yourself to help balance the energies within you. Let those arrows fly to what it is that you desire in order to receive the abundance that is coming towards you. All right? So let's take a look into a closing message from the universe. I really hope that that's helped, because it does feel, again, like there's a sense of unbalance there, and it just needs to be readjusted a little bit. It just needs to, it's like you need to decide, am I going to climb the mountain? Because even though it looks like it's the harder path, but it's not the path I need to go. It's like I need to go into that darkness. I need to clear out things that are keeping me unbalanced in some way. Right. And shift your perception. The Air Guardian. Yeah. Shift your perception. Take a look. Take a look at what could be unbalanced within you. Again, we've got the Sun. Enjoy success and happiness. That's twice that the Sun has come through. So for me, it's telling you, look at that sense of happiness, that pure happiness that you're desiring is right on the cusp. What do you need to do in order to draw that in? What do you need to do to totally feel that Sun? Okay, what is it that you need to balance? What is it that you need to, again, head into that darkness? But at the other side is this beautiful Sun that's coming through. And we have the Earth Guardian. Stay rooted and grounded. We have two guardians here, the air and the earth, okay? And the Earth Guardian is your card, right? This is the, card for Earth energies. And it is asking you, stay grounded, stay rooted. Allow yourself to go through, balance the energies. The Earth is all about balance, right? The Earth and the Earth Guardian They bring balance, and they bring in that grounding, that rooting that you need. Shift your perception. Take a look at things that, may not be serving you at this time. Allow them to release. You're going through it, and you're heading toward this energy of this beautiful, amazing sun. I truly hope that that's helped, Virgo. If this reading has resonated with you, please click like. Please share my videos, and please subscribe to my channel. It's truly appreciated. Have the most amazing week and many blessings. Taurus, welcome to your reading for September 15th to the 23rd. We're taking a look into the energy for the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone, but I do recommend you also checking out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs as well. All right, so let's take a look and see what's coming in for you this week. We have rescue for the mind. For the body, we have moonlight. For spirit, we have unexpected visitors. All right. So for some of you, with that unexpected visitors, this could be your guides, okay? I feel like for those that are on a spiritual path of some sort, or a spiritual ascension, what I'm receiving here, and we've also got the number 41 coming through. When I first looked at that number, it felt like a number 11. I don't know what, it was just the way that the number looked or appeared to me in some way. What I'm receiving is that this is when we have the number 1, this is like pay attention to your thoughts. When we have the number 4, this can be like ascendant masters, spirit guides coming through. And what I'm getting here is that there is you're coming through. This is really interesting. All right. What I'm channeling here is I do feel that within your mindset, you've been asking for some sort of release, some sort of rescue, some sort of help towards a particular project, perhaps towards a particular ascension within, again, your spiritual path. It does feel like some part of you is in need of a rescue, or it could be that you're wanting to rescue something or someone. It feels like there's an ascension that's wanting to happen here. Now, we've got this moonlight coming through. What I'm getting now, when the moon comes through within regular tarot, this can mean things that are under the surface. It can mean psychic intuition. It can mean things that you're feeling maybe more on that negative nature that still haven't appeared yet. And I feel like what you're doing is you may be receiving a really high dose of some sort of energy that's coming through, and you're not quite sure how to shift it or to manage it at this point in time. This could have to do, with Mars being in retrograde. It could be just through the fact that you are going through a spiritual ascension in some manner, and it can be hard to manage that or to push through the energies that are surrounding at that time. So I feel like there is a part of you that has been asking for some sort of rescue, or you could also be being led to rescuing. Okay, so again, take that as it resonates. What I'm getting is that with this unexpected visitors, I feel like your guides are coming through in order to illuminate the path ahead. They're coming through to help. So usually when this moonlight comes through, like I said, in traditional tarot, it can mean that things are hidden. Things aren't coming to the surface quite yet. They're remaining under the surface. They're being hidden by the darkness. However, when we look at this moon, it's actually illuminating this girl. It's illuminating this fairy who may, appears that she's a little bit, her head's down. She appears to be a little bit distraught. It feels like there's something that is coming through to illuminate and help clear a path, to help show you a way in order to give you some sort of rescue as you go through this ascension process. This is what I keep getting. Now, this could be, again, towards a particular project, towards a particular issue or situation within your life, but I'm also receiving that this is about a spiritual ascension in some manner. What I'm also receiving here, I'm just hearing the messages that are coming through. I do feel that for some of you, there may have been more spiritual activity around you. You know, this could be in a sense of the paranormal. Again, I'm not feeling anything that is of a negative nature, okay? I do feel that that could be a part of your ascension in some way. This could have to do with mediumship, or allowing you to open up to, you know, a sense of mediumship where you're hearing messages from the other side. I feel that for some of you, maybe this process has scared you, okay? Where you felt that need of rescue, or being rescued, or feeling in a safe place. Again, I'm feeling that there's information that's coming forth to you to help illuminate this process, all right? I feel like you need to place trust in your guides at this point. I feel that you're going through these lessons for some particular reason. And again, I keep hearing the word ascension. Okay, like there is an ascension that is coming, especially for those of you that are, you know, perhaps psychics, intuitives, empaths, mediums. Okay, it feels like, you know what I keep getting? Okay, so Taurus, you know, being in earth energy can be very grounded. It can be a very grounded energy. What I'm getting is that for some of you, it's time to release some of that grounding. It doesn't mean to not be grounded, okay? But you can sometimes stay in a place that you're okay with your feet being planted on the ground, all right? And you might have a little bit of fear of ascending forward, ascending up in that manner of, you know, opening up new skills or new developments or new gifts that the universe is trying to bring through. And what I'm hearing and receiving at this time is I don't feel that you're in particularly a need of rescue. It's like you need to allow the universe to illuminate a stronger path for you. Now, again, that doesn't mean to not be grounded, because there's a difference between grounded and being rooted to the ground, okay? When you're rooted to the ground, you're not allowing an ascension. When you're grounded, it means that you're allowing an ascension in a grounded manner. So you're not going to lose yourself in that process. You're not going to, you know, have your head in the clouds. You're still going to be who you are. You're still going to be, you know, that sense of logic, that sense of determination, that sense of, you know, being who you are within your true essence. Okay. And that's the difference. So I feel being grounded is good, but allow some sort of ascension process. Allow yourself to release that rooted feeling like you can't ascend, maybe releasing some fears towards that ascension process. And I do feel like your guides coming through and helping you with this, but you have to allow them. It's like you have to have a little bit of trust in that dark, because through that darkness, things are going to be illuminated. Once you have that trust or that faith that things are happening in order to show you or to illuminate things for you, that's when you're really going to see that moon coming through, that illumination of that moon coming through. All right, so let's get some clarification cards and see what is happening for you at this time. I just feel like you're getting stronger. You're getting stronger in some manner. It's like you really don't need the rescue, okay? But, you know, that might be where your mindset is, because that's an internal, you know, the mind is internal. So it might be the feeling of needing to be rescued, all right? But it's really just a matter of trust. And that's all that is. All right. Yeah, the Six of Coins, giving and receiving. So I do feel there needs to be an equal exchange of energy here. It's like you have to trust your guides, and your guides have to know that you're going to allow yourself to follow the path. This is what I get. It's like what you give to the universe is going to give back to you. So if you have that faith and trust within your guides, within your inner self, within knowing that this ascension process it's there for a reason, things are going to go a lot smoother. It's like allowing yourself to surrender to the energy of what is around you rather than the feeling of needing to be rescued. Also, with that Six of Coins, and we have that rescue card, it could be that for some of you, and again, take this as it resonates, you might be in this place where you're feeling you need to receive more energy, okay? Because that Six of Coins can sometimes, indicate that giving and receiving. And it can sometimes be an unequal balance of energy, and especially with that rescue card. So it might be the fact that you feel that either somebody or something is drawing energy from you, or that you're needing to draw energy from something in order to receive an element of being rescued. What I'm getting here is, again, surrendering to this process, that you have this guidance coming through. You have these new guides that are coming towards you to help with this process. It's not that you need particularly rescuing. You need to get out of that mindset, perhaps. It's the fact that you're ascending to a higher level on some manner. Now we've got that Six of Swords. Yeah, you're moving away from things that it's interesting. We've got these sixes. We've got, look at this, 666, right? 666, 16, 6, and 6. I do feel we have that Six of Swords coming in, and this is moving into calmer waters. Again, I feel like surrendering. This is what's coming through. Surrender to this process instead of fighting against it. Allow the ascension process to happen the way it's supposed to happen. It's like you're being guided, you're being led to something that is going to be in a calmer manner, something that you're going to receive a sense of rescuing, but it's not really. It's really rescuing yourself. It's allowing yourself to move from a place that you might be feeling inside where things are, shaky or unstable. Again, it's surrendering to that process, right? Yeah, Five of Coins. It feels like you might be in that feeling of like you were left out in the cold, things are shaky. I feel like this is telling you, take a look at that new perspective. Take a look at whatever is happening around you within a new perspective in order to have that feeling of being rescued, okay? But again, it's not particularly that you're being rescued. You're just being shown a different path. It's a new perspective. It's interesting because that Five of Coins can denote rescue, right? It's somebody who feels out alone in the cold. It's somebody who's feeling abandoned. And you're not abandoned. I feel like, again, your guides are coming through. They're trying to help you with this process. But maybe what you have to do is get out of that mindset, take a new perspective. All right, the Five of Coins also talks about new perspective. Take a new perspective towards that situation or whatever it is that you're feeling, and allow yourself to see what it is that they're really trying to show you. Yeah, Seven of Coins. Here's the interesting thing. Again, I feel... So the Seven of Coins really talks about what it's like planting seeds, allowing them to grow. But the Seven Coins also talks about what you reap is what you sow. Okay? And so when you're staying in an element of being fearful or feeling like you need to be rescued or, feeling abandoned in some way, you're really planting those coins. You're planting those seeds towards those elements. And I feel like what the universe is saying is, again, replant those seeds. But now we have to nourish them. We have to nourish them with love. If we plant seeds and we're only receiving moonlight, they're not going to grow, right? If we're only looking at the negative side of things, or if we keep thinking that something, is hidden beneath the surface, well, it's not going to allow these seeds to spring above the surface, are they? Right? We need that sun in order to do so. We need the water. We need the nourishment. That's what I keep getting. So if you're staying in this place of feeling, like I said, rescued, abandoned, in a place where you're, like feeling stuck or stagnant energy, it's time to move past that. It's time to allow yourself to just head into, that feeling of surrendering. Allow, the guides to show you. We have the Two of Coins and we have the Death card. This is what I get. I feel like Spirit is saying to you, really, you have two choices. Okay, we've got that Two of Pentacles. You might even be trying to balance or juggle those choices. Both are going to lead to a sense of transition, right? Death is about ascension, and that's what I kept feeling, is ascension, transition. Okay, but it's your choice. Where do you want it to go? Which side of the coin? Okay, if we look at the two coins, we could have the head and the tails. It's like, flip that coin. Where do you want it to land? Do you want to stay in a place where you're feeling like you need the rescuing? Do you want to stay in the place where you're feeling possibly abandoned, or you're feeling lost in some way, or that you need, you want to stay within those rocky waters as opposed to moving to the, the calmer, smoother water, right? That area. This is what I keep getting. It's like, you have to make a choice. You have to either surrender to this process, or you're going to fight against it. But I feel like ascending, surrendering is what is trying to come through here. Yeah, Three of Wands. It's like, take a look. Where is it that you want to go? Where is it that you really want to be, and envision it for the future? Hierophant. Can't get any more clear than that. There's something coming in. You're definitely being guided in some way. Yeah, I feel like here, you see how he's holding on to those coins? It's almost like he's grasping them tightly. There's an element of fear definitely inside of you that is scared to take that next step towards whatever it is. Or you may have had past disappointments. There may have been even authority figures that have put you, or that you felt, held you back in some manner. This even could be that authority figure, even you may have even felt was God or the universe. But again, what I'm getting here is there definitely needs to be a sense of release. There needs to be that sense of trust. There needs to be that sense of faith, taking that step forward, surrendering to this process. I feel like a lot of you are really ascending on some sort of spiritual path. And again, it's going to vary for each of you depending on where you are within that spiritual element to begin with. And a lot of people will say, well, I'm not really spiritual. Okay, but here's the thing. If you're watching tarot readings, there is a sense of spirituality about you. Okay, if you believe in a deity of any sort, whether this is God, the universe, spirit, even yourself, okay, that is a sense of ascension, your higher self, right? I feel like something is coming through wanting you to ascend to the next level of whatever development stage that you're in at this moment. And I feel like this energy is coming through where it may put you into a place of fear, okay, where you're feeling like, I need rescue, or maybe you're sending out prayers of some sort because you don't understand the energy. And again, I just feel it's like surrendering to it. Just try to reduce that anxiety. Try to allow yourself to go into a sense of a calmer state. I do feel that your guides are surrounding you, helping you through this process in order to make this ascension more bearable, but you might also be resisting it to some degree. Okay, I feel like when you make it through the end of this process, there's going to be new gifts, a new sense of abundance. You're going to be able to see not only your path clear, but also what it is that you've been desiring. It's coming towards you. You're going to be able to see it with a stronger sense of knowing that it is being created for you. And this really could open up some new gifts. Again, if you are in that spiritual development, or if you are a psychic or an empath, whatever you wish to call it, I feel like something new is coming through. Okay, So let's take a look into relationships at this time. It's weird because my energy kind of just went off a little bit, you know, as I was doing that, because it just felt like I needed to relax into the energy. Also, it felt like I needed to get into a place where I was understanding these messages that were coming through. And it almost felt like, you know, a fog, to be honest, right? And the messages were coming. I could hear the messages. I could tell what they were, you know, trying to say. But, you know, in some degree, speaking them was a little hard because I wanted to just surrender to them myself. And that was the energy that I kept feeling that you needed to be presented with, right? So sometimes, you know, sometimes I pick up on those energies in a physical sense, or I might hear them, or I see the visions of them, however it comes through. But that's exactly how I felt. It's like I just wanted to surrender to those energies, and that's why I'm presenting that to you at this time. So for relationships, we have got third eye chakra, simply love, and we have control. Remember that relationships can be, they don't need to be romantic. They can be friends, family, and co-workers. What I am getting here with that third eye chakra, it does feel like there is some sort of spiritual connection. You know what the interesting thing is I do feel for those of you that are seeking a romantic relationship, or that this even could be with a current partner, I do feel that there's a very strong bond. Okay, now this again, it doesn't need to be a romantic partner. This could be a, you know, a soul mate of some sort, or a soul connection of some sort that you feel this strong bond with. But what I'm getting here is I don't look at control as the actual sense of trying to control something. Okay, again, I do feel that there needs to be a sense of surrender, but I feel like this is more a sense of control, the thoughts that you're projecting. Okay, we have this third eye chakra, and we have this sense of control. What I'm getting with these two is that there is the thoughts that you're sending out, try to control the messages that are going through. Okay, so if you're in a state of worry or fear, remember that this is what you're projecting. Okay, and that's what I keep getting. It's like you're projecting those fears. You might be projecting those, you know, like the unwanted or the negative aspects or the negative feelings towards something. What I keep getting here is like to stay in this element of simply love. We have the Six of Cups here. So what I'm, you know, again, I really feel a very, very strong soul connection that is out there, that that you're either receiving messages from, or you could be sending messages to, and this could even be on a subconscious level. And I do keep getting that there needs to be, you need to be in a place where what you're sending out is that loss of fear, that loss of control, that loss of negativity. Again, you know, the need for rescue. I feel like there needs to be a sense of confidence, a sense of safety in these messages that you're sending out. This even could be towards your higher self. But again, you know, that Six of Cups, that talks about a very deep soul connection. All right. And especially when we're looking at it in a relationship type of manner. I feel that for some of you, you might be calling in a soulmate, a twin flame. This person could already be in your life. There might even be some sort of separation between the two of you. And this could be because of the fact that there is that element of fear, or again, needing rescuing, or whatever it is that, you know, might be projected. So what you're projecting, they're projecting. Or they're receiving. What they're projecting, you're receiving. And I feel like you need to have a sense of control over your thoughts, over your what it is that it's like a mirror. Okay, so if you look into a mirror, what are you sending towards that mirror? Are you sending only fear? Are you sending only a sense of lack? Or are you sending confidence and security and safety? Because if that's what you're sending out, right? Your twin or your soul connection in some manner is going to be feeling that, and they will start projecting that towards you, and that brings a sense of coming back together. That sends that sense of reconciliation towards the both of you, right? So it's very important, I feel, to have a sense of control over what it is that you're sending. And also to stay in that element of simply loving. So if you can send thoughts out with a sense of love about them, you're going to notice some changes coming around you. You're going to notice changes in your 3D, your grounded energy, this earth energy. That's where you're going to feel it. This might even be what they're talking about as far as ascending. It's like recognizing the fact that what you're projecting out is what you're going to receive. And you're probably going to be receiving that from your twin or your soulmate or a soul connection of some sort. So if you're in separation with somebody, take a look at as to what it is that you are projecting. Okay? Are you sending them away? Are you pushing them away because there's a sense of fear? Are you, pushing them away because there's a sense of, lack of security or a lack of confidence in some manner? So, again, stay within that element of love. Simply love. No judgment, just simply love. And I feel like your guides are helping you with this process as well. So we've got the 8 of Cups coming through. Yeah, let it go. Let it go. Walk away from things that are no longer serving you. And I feel that that's within the mind. Okay, that is within what you're projecting. Let it go and walk toward that happiness within your mind's eye, within that third eye chakra. Yeah, we've got the 9 of Wands, because there's a sense of defensiveness. I know you're scared. For some of you, you might feel like I've worked really hard to get where I am. I'm not sure if I'm willing to let down my defenses at this point. All right. Especially with that simply love coming through behind it. What I'm getting here is, the 9 of Wands can be it can be a card of defense in the extent that you're either defending from something or that you worked hard and you're now wanting to defend it. All right. The battle for some of you feels like it's just begun and you're setting up your barriers. All right. Again, I do feel that it's time to let them go. Walk away. Walk away from that feeling of having to defend stuff, needing that rescue, right? It's time to start balancing that energy, having control over your thoughts, having control over the fact that you don't need to defend. Okay, you don't need to have all these barriers and walls up. What you need to do, especially for relationships, especially if you're trying to draw through a relationship, is to simply love. And we're getting the 4 of Cups. Because it feels like for some of you, what you might be doing is as you're going through this process, you're also looking at things and, if it's not looking, how do I explain this? That 4 of Cups is like the feeling of a missed opportunity. All right. So when that 4 of Cups comes through, this can really talk about, are you missing an opportunity because of your defensiveness? Are you missing an opportunity because you're not allowing yourself to surrender to the process? Or maybe you just feel that you're missing an opportunity. Now, I can tell you that is what is meant to be yours will come back to you. So it's not a true missed opportunity. It might be a delayed opportunity. Okay. But again, lowering those defenses, allowing yourself to trust, allow yourself to control your mindset so that you're removing that element of needing to be rescued or the lack of safety or security, whatever it is. This will come through. All right. You need to remove that. I do feel that for some of you, there might be an opportunity that you're missing because you have these walls up. All right. Whether that's the ascension process, whether that is a particular soul connection that's trying to come through. It even could be just a deeper connection with your higher self or with God or with the universe. but some way or somehow, because these defenses are so high at this moment, it's time to, there's that feeling like it will still come to you, but it might be a delayed process. So what I'm getting here is really work on removing those defenses, walking away, having that balance of that energy. Stay grounded, but allow yourself to surrender and ascend. Okay, so let's take a look into a closing message from the universe and see what is coming through. And it's weird because I'm still in that energy. It's like, normally I'm doing my readings and I'm like, I feel really jovial, or, I feel like I can really get into the energy of, and it just felt like I needed to go almost into a hangman, like a contemplation mode. I just felt like I was, okay, I'm just going to surrender to this process. I'm just going to allow myself to flow through these feelings. And it sort of put me into a place of feeling a little, I don't know what the word is, like a loss of energy or something, but not particularly in a bad way. It just felt safe and secure. When if you've ever been in a place like, let's say, a water pool, or a place where you're just floating on an air mattress and you're comfort and you're feeling safe and secure, and you're just floating along and you're enjoying the heat possibly from the water, or from the maybe there's sunlights around or whatever it is. That's the feeling. It was almost like you're just surrendering at that moment, and it's a beautiful feeling. Right? It's a very beautiful feeling because it really allows the messages to come through. And I felt like that's where you need to go, where you need to be. It's like, just ride the wave, knowing that you're safe and secure, that things around you are happening for a reason, that you're ascending to a higher level to control your thoughts, in the extent that, you don't need to stay in a place of feeling needing to be rescued, or a feeling of being lost. Just things are moving for you. You are ascending. Enjoy this process. Enjoy the journey as it's going. All right, so let's take a look at some closing messages from the universe. We've got 2 here. So it says, choose your path. Yes, I do feel that you need to choose your path. It's like you need to make a decision. And then it says, unleash the wild within. So again, removing yourself from that place of safety and security, or developing that need of safety and security, removing the need to be rescued. Okay, that's what I meant to say. Unleash the wild. We've also got the broken arrow. Enhance the energy of peace. All right, so let's take a look at these all at once. So what I'm getting here is you do need to envelope, develop, engulf that energy of peace. Unleash the wild within. Instead of staying in a place of fear, or in a place of the she-wolf, she ascends, right? Even when that full moon comes out, she ascends. She ascends to some level, and that's what I feel Spirit is asking you to do. And then it says, choose your path. Where do you want to go? Do you want to stay in that sense of feeling fearful or not wanting to ascend? Do you want to stay in that path where you're feeling like you needed rescue? Or are you going to unleash this? All right? Choose that path. Choose that path, because through this process is going to bring in peace. It is going to bring in that ascension that you're desiring. It is going to bring in that manifestation that you're trying to create. It is going to bring in maybe that romantic relationship that is going to give you that feeling of unconditional love. It is going to give you that element of unconditional love, but also allow you to extend unconditional love to a particular person, yourself, and maybe to the world. But I do feel that this ascension process is absolutely necessary at this time. So it's like, choose that path and let yourself go. Surrender. She surrenders to that moon. Okay, so I truly hope that this has helped. If this reading has resonated with you, please click like, please share my videos, and please subscribe to my channel. Have an amazing week and many blessings.